What's the guarantee? E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I been up the smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good leads. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Hurting self-esteem, low insecurities. Now or never, like push the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn a page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live it down. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys E&E, you in trouble, kid.
Shout out to my brother XL Pro.
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Low, sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's just the start of these street blues. What I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, no say gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, burn gully mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turning to frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time stop.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we begging pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they
Uncle Diggity was good.
Retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pulled the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga,
Let's go. Yeah. What up? You already know it's the minute about time, Virgil, aka Stacks with the Facts. And y'all know we tuned in to another episode of a Real Talk Podcast, excuse me. And y'all know we in the building, man. What it do, man? What's good with y'all, man? How y'all doing tonight, man? Y'all know what it is, man. We here, man. We all woke up this morning. We've been awake ever since, man. So we already got the victory and the glory. You understand what I'm saying, man? What it do, man? What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing tonight, man? Y'all already know. We here. It's Monday. Thanksgiving coming up this week. You know what I'm saying? On Thursday. You know what I'm talking about? We got the turkey thawing out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw him in the brine solution tomorrow. We're going to fry that baby up. We're going to let him marinate. You know, so we're gonna let him marinate for about 2 days. You know what I'm talking about? Sending that brine solution, man, getting all nice and succulent, then we deep fry it. You understand what I'm saying? That baby gonna be nice and juicy. You hear me? What y'all know about deep fried turkey? Y'all like deep fried turkey? I personally think it's the best way to eat a turkey. I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, but I definitely is going to fry a turkey, man. You know what I'm talking about? And the only reason why I got the turkey for free. You know what I mean? I don't be celebrating no damn Thanksgiving and shit like that, man. You know what I'm talking about? But what's up with y'all though, man? How y'all feeling tonight? What's good? What it do, man? It is though, and the XL Pro, man, for fried turkey, boy. And I'm telling y'all, the key to having a nice, tender, and juicy fried turkey is to let that baby marinate in a brine solution for 24 to 48 hours, fully submerged. You hear me? My man Matt Seward in the building. What's good with you, bro? We got my homeboy Matthew. We got my bro Matt in the building, man. It's one of my childhood friends. I grew up with this brother. He's a might have to have you come on the show one day, Matt, man, and talk about that music, man. You know what I'm saying? Might have to have you come on the show, man, and discuss being a professional musician, man. You know what I'm saying? My dude Matt, man, it's one of my childhood brethren, man. Glad to have you in the building, brother. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get with you, Matt, man. I'm gonna hit you up on Facebook Messenger, man, and we're gonna chop it up, man. We're gonna get you on the show, man. You know what I'm saying? My brother Matt is a musician extraordinaire. You know what I'm talking about? And so it's only right that he come on the show, man, and bless us. Yeah, out there in Vegas doing his thing. Out there in Vegas, man, doing all type of, weddings, you know what I'm saying, parties, corporate events, his own solo performances. All Mr. Pringles, the barber in the building. What's good with you, bro? What about the mac and cheese and green? Boy, hey, man, you know what I'm talking about? I let my sister, she take care of the size when we do get together because she's the beast with that. My girl, my sister's mac is just like, it's delectable. You hear me? And her greens, she throw that smoked turkey necks off in them joints, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? My man, hey man, bro, man, Mr. Pringles, the barber, man. I was trying to call you earlier today, man. I'm glad you're here, man. I need to come in there on Friday, man. You know what I'm talking about? What time can I come on Friday, man? I told you I tried to book, man, but I don't get off of work till 2:30, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let me know something. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber in the building, man. Barber extraordinaire. Whenever y'all in Columbus, Ohio, or if y'all got the bread and y'all want to fly my man out to get a crispy cut or one of them old units put in, man, hit my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber up, man. Go subscribe to his YouTube page right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber in the chat. And he's definitely been on the show before. If y'all go look in the video section, y'all see that video of me and my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all go ahead and check that out. You know what I'm saying? Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineer, smash that like button. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with y'all, though, man? We got all the brothers in the building, man. I'm going to definitely get in contact with my brother, Matt. You know what I'm saying? Have him come on the show. You know what I'm saying? Talk about being yeah, I know. Hey, don't got me, get me. Nah, that's my brother, Mr. Pringle. All right, no doubt, man. You feel me? Because I'm going to my brother, Servell Riley. He having this opening for his winery this Friday, Black Friday. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to be nice and crispy when I bring y'all this content because we're going to cover the whole event. It's going to be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, that content is definitely going to be on the Patreon. You know, so I'm going to throw the Patreon link up in here so y'all can go subscribe to the Patreon. It's only $5 a month. And there I will be uploading exclusive content that just cannot be shown on YouTube. I mean, it could be shown on YouTube, but I ain't. You know what I'm talking about? Gotta have some exclusives. You know what I'm talking about? Gotta have some mystique. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you gotta go ahead and you know what I'm saying? You gotta pay to play. You did. What's up with y'all, man? Y'all, how y'all like last night's show? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell y'all. Right? I got in contact with my pops today. He good. I already knew what it was. It's his old janky-ass phone. So I'm probably more than likely probably going to end up getting this guy a phone, man. You know what I'm talking about? Because they're going to pick him up every Sunday and then taking him back to that's not going to work for me, man. That ain't going to work for my pops. You know, my pops don't drive. So, you know what I'm talking about? We're going to figure it out, though, and we're going to make it happen, though. You feel what I'm saying? If worse come to worse, I'll definitely go get him this Friday. Yeah, man. He do, man. That old raggedy, janky-ass phone, man. I tell you, you need to get him a new jack. We're gonna get that out the way and get that taken care of, though, so don't even trip, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You know what I'm talking about? Share on your social engineer and tell everybody that they're welcome. You're all welcome. Got fat while we all starved. You know what I'm saying, man? What's good with y'all, man? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. We in the building tonight. And as y'all see, the topic of the show, and I've been wanting to do this show for a second because I briefly speak on this guy, and he comes up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he's involved with a lot. But tonight, we're going to do a little bit more of an in-depth journey, so to speak, into who actually Elon Musk is. More importantly, who he is not. Right? Now, you know, he recently came out with a, or should I say, it was an article that came out last week, you know what I mean? Last Thursday, to be exact. And it was a very compelling article. Now, mind y'all, Elon Musk, as some of y'all may know, acquired Twitter not too long ago. And this article is a result, right, of that. Let me go ahead and read this article for y'all, man. Elon Musk summons Twitter engineers amid mass resignations and puts up poll on Trump ban, right? Reports show nearly 1,200 workers left company after demand for long hours at high intensity, while Musk starts poll on whether to reinstate Donald Trump. This came out on Friday, last Friday, right? Elon Musk emailed Twitter staff on Friday asking that any employees who write software code report to the 10th Florida office in San Francisco in the early afternoon, according to multiple news reports. The billionaire said in a follow-up email, if possible, I would appreciate if you could fly to San Francisco to be present in person, adding he would be at the company's headquarters until midnight and will return Saturday morning, Reuters reported. The engineers should report at 2 p.m. on Friday. Meanwhile, Musk started a Twitter poll late on Friday asking followers to vote on whether to reinstate former U.S. President Trump's account on the platform. Early results show roughly 60% voting yes. Wow. That's a lot. I don't think anybody should be censored. The very fact that the president of the United States could be censored, banned from a social media platform is just, that's crazy right there. You hear me? But, you know, it definitely happened. Musk's email came a day after reports indicated between 1,000 and 1,200 Twitter employees decided to quit the beleaguered social media company following a Thursday deadline for Musk that staffers sign up for long hours at high intensity or leave. The New York Times also reported on the email and employees' decisions. In true Twitter fashion, dozens of employees tweeted their resignations with a version of the internal company slogan, "Love where you worked. I may be exceptional, but gosh darn it, I'm just not hardcore," tweeted Andrea Horst, who worked on supply chain and capacity management at Twitter. The company had told employees it would close its offices and cut badge access until Monday, Reuters reported, citing two unnamed sources, and it was immediately known whether the headquarters had opened. Musk ordered employees to email him a summary of what their software code had achieved in the past 6 months, along with up to 10 screenshots of the most salient lines of code. There will be short technical interviews that allow me to better understand the Twitter tech stack, Musk wrote in one of the emails. Musk said this week that some Tesla engineers were assisting in evaluating Twitter's engineering teams, but he said it was on a voluntary basis and after hours. The loss of employees in critical engineering roles comes just days before the World Cup, when the service typically expects a surge in traffic. The high traffic event could be an important test for the new Twitter 2.0, as Musk referred to it, and how the company expects to run with a pared down workforce. Musk said it would try to speak with remote employees by video and that only people who could not physically get to the company's headquarters or had a family emergency would be excused. In his first email to Twitter employees this month, Musk said, "We are also changing Twitter policy such that remote work is no longer allowed unless you have a specific exception. Managers will send exceptions list to me for review and approval. The remote work policy prompted a proposed class action lawsuit filed by Dmitry Borodenko, a Twitter employee who said he was fired for not reporting to the office. Borodenko, who has a disability that makes him vulnerable to COVID-19, alleges the remote work policy as well as the requirement to work long, intense hours violate the Americans with Disabilities Act, according to the complaint. Musk's first 3 weeks as Twitter's owner have been marked by rapid change and chaos. He quickly fired Twitter's previous CEO and other senior leaders and then laid off half its staff earlier this month. Posting his poll on whether to reinstate Trump to the platform, Musk tweeted Vox Populi, Vox Dei, using a Latin phrase that roughly means the voice of the people is the voice of God. Now, mind y'all, God is spelled G, capital G, lowercase o, lowercase d. The poll was open for 24 hours. Musk said in May he would reverse Twitter's ban on Trump, whose account was suspended after last year's attack on the U.S. Capitol. Musk said earlier on Friday that a decision to bring back Trump's account was yet to be made and that Twitter had reinstated some accounts that had been banned or suspended, including satirical website Babylon Bee and the comedian Kathy Griffin, who was suspended after changing her name on Twitter to Elon Musk. Musk's decision to ask Twitter users for guidance on who should be on the platform is part of a huge restructuring of the company, including the massive layoffs. Yoel Roth, the former head of trust and safety who was tapped to assuage concerns advertisers had with the platform, said in the New York Times op-ed that he had chosen to resign last week because it was clear Musk would be unilaterally calling the shots. A Twitter whose policies are defined by unilateral edict has little need for a trust and safety function dedicated to its principal development, Roth wrote. Musk wrote on Twitter late on Thursday that he was not worried about resignations as the best people are staying. Wow. So where will Twitter go from here, Roth wrote? Some of the company's decisions in the weeks and months to come, like the near certainty of allowing Donald Trump's account back on the service, will have an immediate perceptible impact. But to truly understand the shape of Twitter going forward, I'd encourage looking not at just the choices the company makes, but at how Mr. Musk makes them. Right? That's deep right there, right? That boy Elon ain't playing no games, is he, man? Elon said, "This is how it's gonna go. If y'all don't like it, you're fired." That boy Elon Musk said, "Listen, this is how it's gonna go, and if y'all don't like it, quit." You hear me? Or if you don't not even quit, if you don't like it, you're fired. Right? Elon Musk has a right to do with his company whatever he sees fit. If y'all are not going to get in line with what he got going on, being the new owner and CEO of the company, then that might not be the company for you, right? I'm talking about straight Gorilla Pimpin' XL Pro. You hear me, man? He gave him a choosing fee, man. He basically said, either y'all gonna choose up or beat your feet. You hear me? 1,200 employees, man. God damn, that's a lot of employees, man. That's a lot of employees, man. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know that Elon don't really, and this is something that I want y'all to think about, man. Y'all hear me talk about a lot with this too. And, Elon is very much well involved in all of this as well. Y'all hear me talk about the smart grid, right? Now, Elon knows that the smart grid is coming in. He also knows that the metaverse is coming in. So when it comes to the metaverse, you're just not going to need a lot of actual human bodies. You're just not going to need a lot of humans to perform the daily tasks of Twitter as a corporation company. You just ain't gonna need them, right? So look at this as a precursor to what's to come, and not only Twitter, but other companies, specifically, especially tech companies, big tech, social engineering, social media companies like Twitter, like Facebook, like Instagram, like Snapchat, like Bigo. All these social engineering platforms are moving towards, especially the ones that's free, they're moving towards monthly membership fees and costs. And I personally think that if Elon Musk wants to charge all money to use Twitter services, y'all should definitely pay for it if y'all want to use it. I pay for stuff I like and want to use. So if you want to use Twitter, you're going to have to pay that fee, right? Who's to say what's fair and not fair, right? Have any of y'all ever thought that the reason why they allow everybody to have free access to these so-called social media, which is really social engineering platforms, you ever thought about why they let us get access to it for free? And in exchange, we give them all of our information, our biometric information, right? And they make tons of money off of the buy and selling of information. How do you think YouTube makes most of its money? Right? Big, huge corporation. The United States of America. Not for America, of America. You understand the difference between being of something and being for something, right? And like I said, you can feel however you want to feel about Musk's decision to possibly potentially start charging people to use Twitter's platform. He's the owner of the company. He could do whatever he wants, and if you don't like it, then you just simply don't have to use Twitter. See, freedom of choice. You know what I'm talking about? So we have to set the tone right and read that article so we can get a good depiction of where we're going tonight, right? Now, I don't know if y'all know about Elon Musk. I don't know if y'all are familiar with him and are aware of everything or even some of the things that he is involved with. Right? Right? Y'all remember when I was talking to y'all about the brain gate? Huh? Y'all remember when I talked to y'all about the brain gate? Y'all remember that, man, when I talked to y'all about brain gate? Elon Musk is definitely involved in that, right? And I'm going to tell y'all why. We're going to read this article right here. Elon Musk's startup eyes human testing for brain-computer interfacing. Now, mind you, this was back in 2019, this article, June 17, 2019. Neuralink shares early results from its ultra-small electrode implants, right? Let me show y'all this image right here. This image is very, very creepy. Yeah, go ahead, hit my guy, Mr. Pringles the barber, up right there, man. Y'all need a crispy cut, man. I need one of them old units. Right. This image right here that we're looking at, this is the close-up image of one of the microchips, right? And this is blowed up microscopically, one of the microchips that is involved with human brain-computer interfacing. Neuralink is developing a system of ultra-thin electrodes that thread into the brain to read from a stimulate to lead from or to stimulate neurons. I'm going to read that sentence again, y'all. Neuralink is developing a system of ultra-thin electrodes that thread into the brain to read from or to stimulate neurons. Right? Let me go to that image. This is magnified many times. I imagine thousands of times. And these little things that look like little eyebrow or eyelashes, these are the wires that's coming off of a microchip that's used in the mesh, the neural mesh or neural lace as it's called, of the microchips that is planted into your brain to conduct or to make conducive computer human brain interfacing. Y'all see that? You hear me? Y'all see that? It look crazy, right? Let's finish reading. Let me take the screen off. I just want y'all to see that, man. This is a microscopic image blown up thousands of times, man. So these is computer chips that are weaved into the neural lace or the neural mesh that is placed over your top of your brain, right? Through a very grueling surgical process. You hear me? Let's get back to the article. Elon Musk's high-profile foray into connecting brains to computers, a 2-year-old company called Neuralink, detailed its ambitions and unveiled some initial results at a live stream event yesterday before an invitation-only crowd at the California Academy of Sciences in San Francisco. With thousands watching online, Musk, the entrepreneur behind Tesla and SpaceX, described the firm's goal of using my electrodes implanted in the brain to cure important diseases and achieve a symbiosis with artificial intelligence. Pause. We're going to stop right there for right now. Right? People like Elon Musk, y'all. People like Elon Musk. And this is why I say I don't trust Elon Musk. Elon Musk claims to be a humanitarian, anthropologist, whatever, right? And he goes around the world going to TED Talks and going on podcasts and having these discussions with people talking about that artificial intelligence is real. Artificial intelligence is enhancing. Niquay, what's up, baby? Artificial intelligence is getting smarter. All right. And artificial intelligence, according to Musk, is going to, matter of fact, already has surpassed us. And in order for us to combat the unintelligent artificial intelligence as it grows, evolves, becomes sentient, we must develop skills and techniques and procedures in order for us to be able not only to compete, but to combat the artificial or unintelligent artificial intelligence, right? And how does Elon Musk plan on going about doing this? By syncing and linking our brains or access to our brains wirelessly, digitally, holographically, right, to the smart grid through human brain computer interfacing, digital DNA download storage, right? And through his company called Neuralink, it has a product called neural lace or neural mesh, right? Oh my God, man. All right. So this is Elon Musk's bright idea. All right. This is Elon Musk's bright idea. You hear me? So basically what Elon Musk is saying in a nutshell, right? Let me get back to this article. Let me come up. Right. Basically what Elon Musk is saying in a nutshell, right? Basically what he's saying is the only way for us to combat or have any way of competing and being successful against this incoming unintelligent artificial intelligence is to link and sync our brains, access to our brains, which means access to our bodies in all forms and fashions, right? The best way for us to beat the artificial intelligence, the unintelligent artificial intelligence, is to sync and link our brains through computer brain, human brain computer interfacing, genetic modification, right? This is his big answer. His just great answer is to sync and link our brains to the very unintelligent artificial intelligence in order to combat it and compete with it. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to you. That's some old ill ass reverse thinking type shit, right? My man Glitch the Guarantee in the building. What's good? Right? Elon Musk thinks that in order for us to combat and compete as the unintelligent artificial intelligence evolves, expands, and grows, versus us just choosing not to acquiesce and not comply. Nah, Elon Musk wants us through his company Neuralink, right? How many of y'all ever heard of a company called Neuralink? Right? Anyway, Neuralink is a company owned by Elon Musk. And what he wants us to do is to sync and link our brains to the smart grid, the cloud, the metaverse, right? He wants us to sync our brains to that, right? So like I say, so in order for us to combat the unintelligent artificial intelligence, we have to join forces with it to some degree. That is some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard. And that should let you know who Elon Musk is, what his agenda is, what his purpose is. And once more, it should also let you know who Elon Musk is not. And that is somebody who is for the people, as he puts off this global persona like he's just this philanthropic, you understand him, loving humanity ass nigga. When coming to Musk, it couldn't be anything further from the truth, right? Now, in order for us to get an over, inner, outer understanding of who Elon Musk is, we got to do some digging, right? We got to do some digging, right? We got to do our due diligence. Hit that like button, y'all. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You did? Right? This is Elon Musk pops right here. All right. And just in case y'all didn't know, man, Elon Musk is from South Africa. That's why he talk like that. Right? And this is Elon Musk's mother and father. Right? Right? Gotta lay foundation, y'all. Right? And his father was a member of the army, right? Served in the South African army. Let me do this real quick. Right? Right. His father was a member of the South African Army. Right. Elon Musk's father, right, and his grandfather, who was also a member of the military. You hear me? Right? Elon Musk's father, when he was in the military, you hear me? He was a member of the Technical Service Corps. Right? Absolutely absurd. Cupcake in the building was good. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, y'all. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, right? We got to lay foundation first. And everything we talk about, everything we go in on. This is Elon Musk's parents right here, man. His father, Harry, or Walter Henry, and his mother, Cora Amelia May Robinson Musk, right? You look at him, he looked like his mama. You hear me? That's Elon Musk's Ma Deuce right there. You know, he got brothers and sisters too, so, you know. Now, his father, Walter Henry James Musk, he was a member of the Technical Service Division in the military, in the British or in the South African military, right? Right? And his father, right? His father, Harry Musk. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull this picture up right here. I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. Right? This dude, Elon Musk, man. Right? His father was Harry Musk, right? Right? Now, Harry Musk, his grandfather, was a pioneering scientist in the field of what I told y'all the other day, which is known as technocrats or technocracy. Right? Y'all follow me now? All right? Walk with me now. His mother's name was Wyman, or his grandmother, or his great grandmother, great grandmother. Right? Elon Musk's father and grandfather were pioneering scientists into a field known as technocracy. Right? They were the pioneering technocrats. You know, Elon Musk's father worked with people like Edward Bernays. You hear me? And yeah, man, Elon Musk family is definitely a bloodline family. All right. Mr. O, or Men in Pursuit of Purpose, what's good, man? He's not even here. Yeah, Harry Musk. Right. Right. Now, through his mother's father, right? Let's go back now. Go back real quick. Right? You ever see Elon's mom? His mom has been a very famous model for over 50 years. Right? Excuse me. I told y'all, when y'all want to find out who these people are, you have to look into who their family members are, man. You hear me? You have to look into this stuff so you can connect the dots and see why certain people are put in positions they are in life. All right? This ain't it, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Click on the bell. Subscribe to the page, man. You hear me? We're going in. I'm sitting here breaking it down to y'all why I do not trust Elon Musk. You hear me? I'm breaking down to y'all why I do not trust Elon Musk. He is not to be trusted at all. Not even a little bit. I don't care if he bought Twitter and talking about bringing Trump back. That's all a game, right? Right. His mom is a real famous model. You hear me? And pull her up on the screen for y'all. Old May Musk. That's Elon's mom right there. Right? That's old Elon's mother right there. May Musk. You hear me? Right? Elon Musk. His father's name is Elon Musk. This guy. Right? Let's get some images of old Errol. Right? This is Elon Musk right here. That's his mom right there, May. Right? This is his pops right here. This is pops right here. Right? Elon Musk. My bad, y'all, man. I accidentally clicked out, man. I apologize about that, man. But yeah, this is his pops, Elon Musk, right? I'm about to pull it up on the screen for y'all real quick. That's his pops right there. You hear me? That's Elon Musk pops. The other dude I saw, that was his grandpapa, right? This is his pops though, man, right? And I told you that his pops was a pioneering scientist, engineer in the field of what we call technocracy. He's a pioneering technocrat. Elon Musk, South African electromechanical engineer, pilot, sailor, and consultant, father of Elon Musk. Elon was a property developer in South Africa, developing locations like Emerald Mines. Justine Musk, née Wilson's born 1972, Canadian author and former wife of Elon Musk. All right. Elon, Kimball, Tosca, Elliot, Alexandra, Asha. Them is his brothers. So they got he got 1, 2, 3. He got 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 5 siblings. Right? This nigga Elon named his kids weird ass motherfucking names, man. Right? You know. And his father was the guy who I just was telling y'all about, Walter Henry James Musk. And his mother is Cora Amelia Robinson. Right? And when he married his wife, Mae Musk, she took on the name of his mother. Right? And his father, Elon Musk, was an electromechanical engineer who was a leading pioneer in the science of what is known as technocracy. What is technocracy? Right? Have y'all heard of the term? Y'all heard of the term technocracy? Tap in and walk with me, man. Get your notebooks out. Get your pens ready. Y'all know I'm going to teach, man, and I absolutely love to do it. I know it may seem like we just jibber jabbing on, but we got to lay foundation before we get into the meat and potatoes of the situation. You did. Tap in and walk with me. Y'all hit that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Of course, share on your social engineering. Tap in and walk with us. Technocracy. I'm going to pull it up on the screen for y'all so y'all can see it. That's Elon's pop. Oh, goofy, weird looking dude, right? All right. Technocracy. Y'all can see it? Y'all see it? All right, bet. I can see it. Y'all can see it. All right. Technocracy. The government or control of society or industry by an elite of technical experts. Failure in the war on poverty discredit technocracy. An instance or application of technocracy. An elite of technical experts. Origin word is techne, art or craft. Right? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Technocracy. Now, let me read this sentence again. Technocracy is when the government or control of society or industry is by an elite of technical experts. Right? Who runs the world now, y'all? Gates, Bezos, Musk, Brin, Page, Wachowski, Kurzweil. Huh? CEO over there at Intel. Can't remember his name right now. The big six media corporations, the CEOs of telecommunications like companies like Verizon, T-Mobile, Virgin Mobile, Richard Branson over there with his old demon-possessed looking ass. You hear me? Think about this, y'all, right? Is our society not ran by a group of technical experts, bankers? You hear me? Financial experts, economic analysts. These are all people who are a member of the technocracy, right? All the big corporations are the tech corporations, right? Google, or should I say Alphabet, Google, YouTube. You know what I mean? All these big tech companies run and control policy. Another big biotech company, GlaxoSmithKline, right? Johnson & Johnson, or SC Johnson Wax. Searle Pharmaceuticals. Monsanto. Let's go to the military industry complex, which is a part of the technocracy. Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, right? Now let's go to some big energy companies. General Electric. I don't need to really say nothing after General Electric, man. Right? All of these are corporations, big tech corporations that make up the technocracy. Those who are sitting on the chair boards and sitting on the staff of these big tech corporations, they are the technocrats. Right? It's a situation when the government is ran by basically nerds, political, or I ain't gonna say political, they are societal, how can you say it, man? They're societal accountants, so to speak. You know, these people are trying to even think a certain way. You hear me, man? They'll never trust big tech, man. Big tech does not have our best interest in mind, and it definitely ain't got it at heart because it doesn't have a heart. Right? Don't forget that. Yeah, man, y'all go holler at my brother, Mr. Pringles the barber, man. Get yourself together, go get crispy. Right? And I know it may seem like I'm just babbling on now, but I gotta lay foundation when it comes to this guy, Elon Musk. Y'all gotta know who he is, and to know who he is, you gotta know who his father is. And his father is a pioneer, you know what I'm saying, in the technocracy. Right? Out of South Africa. His father sat on the chairboard of many big tech corporations out there. Also, as well as big other corporations like Boeing. You hear me? So, you know, everybody out here who champions and parades Elon Musk like he's just some great guy. You ask me, I really think that he thinks he's the real live version of Tony Stark. But he is on big demon time. You hear me? Now, I done sit up here and told y'all about Elon Musk and how he's developing and doing research and developing into human brain computer interfacing through his company, which is called Neuralink. All right. How many of y'all heard of Neuralink? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard of the company called Neuralink, Neura. A-L-I-N-K. N-U-E-R-A-L-I-N-K. Neuralink. All right. How many of y'all heard of this company Neuralink before? All right. This is Elon Musk other tech company he got, right, which does research into what y'all always hear me talking about, right? Research and development, right? I ain't gonna predict. He definitely put one in the chat. Doing research and development into human brain computer interfacing, which means to connect the brain through chips implanted in the brain, rudimentary ones like this one at first, but eventually digitally, wirelessly. Peeled his whole top back. And do y'all see how we being desensitized with this tech? Huh? Do y'all see how we being desensitized with this tech, man? How many of y'all seen movies like The Black Panther? Right? Now, T'Challa has a nanotech necklace around his neck that at the mere thought, you hear me, the mere thought that he has to activate it, you know what I'm saying, it activates. Now think about that. Think about the beads that Shuri developed to let them communicate with each other and stuff, man. Human brain computer interface. And I keep telling y'all we getting hit with this stuff from all angles and don't even realize it. All right? When you sit up there and see the scene in the Black Panther where Shuri is driving the car, but she's all the way in Wakanda, she's doing it digitally, holographically, remotely through the tech. Yeah, man. Hit that like button. Y'all click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. How many of y'all know about Neuralink? Right? Neuralink is going to hook up with this is my prediction, y'all. All right? Listen to me, y'all. This is my prediction. I predict that Neuralink eventually is going to be partnering up with Oculus. Right? And as Elon is funding the research into human brain computer interface and specifically the actual mass production and also safe, so to speak, right, development of this tech for to be used, right? You hear me? Human brain computer interfacing, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Now, when you think about the Black Panther, think about how he was able to, at the thought, and that activate his Black Panther suit. Right? So we've been being desensitized to the human brain computer interfacing for I don't know how long. Right? And when you watch the Black Panther, and you watch how when T'Challa turns into the Black Panther, he activates the suit through a thought. That's how you think that happens. He ain't push no button. You feel he didn't push no button? Human brain computer interfacing. Think of the Matrix. Right? And this is how I said that's my prediction, man. My prediction is that Neuralink and Oculus from Facebook are going to eventually start linking up. And once that happens, the metaverse is not too far off. Because y'all see how we being broken up through our psyche, through this technology. You know what I'm talking about? Twitter talking about, Elon's talking about charging somebody $10 a month to use Twitter. You know, Facebook has dibbled and dabbled with doing that, and all these media platforms eventually are going to go to that. Right? Hit that like button, y'all, man. We chopping up heavy over here, man. We getting in on this guy, Elon Musk, and why I do not trust Elon Musk. That's the title of the show, man. You'll see I put in a hashtag Elon Musk and hashtag Neuralink, hashtag human brain computer interfacing, man. How many? Put a one in the chat if y'all are familiar with human brain computer interfacing. Tell me, put a one in the chat if you ever heard the term before. Yeah. Neuralink, man. So through this technology that Elon's been doing R&D for at least the past 10 years, right? Maybe longer. You know. Yeah, y'all, man. Elon Musk, he's not to be trusted, man. You hear me? Now, y'all don't have to believe that just because I do, right? If y'all think Elon Musk is a guy who's going to save the world with his technocrat, fake Tony Stark ass, and you more than welcome to believe that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell y'all, like I'm going to tell y'all right now, that watch what happens with Musk. We're going to see him show his true colors. Mark my words, man. You hear me? Mark my words, man. Listen here, man. Things get very real out here in the field, man. Now, I'm about to show y'all a video, right? I'm about to let y'all listen to a video. Yeah, they can't be trusted. You hear me? Neuralink and Oculus, which is owned by Meta, aka Facebook. Watch what I'm telling y'all, man. These companies are consolidating heavily. Right? You did. Right? And it could have been a beautiful thing, man, if it was for the right reasons. You know. Now, this video I'm about to let y'all listen to is very thought-provoking, if I do say so myself. I remember when I first seen this video a couple years ago. It basically confirmed everything I already felt concerning Elon. Now it's confirmation and I can say that I know, right? I don't know Elon Musk. That'd be crazy of me to trust him like that. Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you why you should not trust Elon Musk. Because he, like I said, Elon Musk cruises around the world advocating for the information and or should I say advocating for the informing people on what artificial intelligence is and the impact it's going to have on our society, which means our life, and the best way to go about interacting with it, possibly, potentially, if chosen to do so, right? Now, y'all hear me talk about this all the time. You hear me? Y'all hear me say something about it all the time. You feel me? The fact Elon is actually attempting to convince us that linking our brains to that chip will combat AI is absurd. That just goes to show how ignorant he believes. Exactly, Cupcake. Exactly. It's a slap in the face. It's an insult to our intelligence to think that if the only way that we can outperform the unintelligent artificial intelligence is to literally give it access to our very brains. Right? So y'all sit up there and believe Elon if y'all want to. Right? Elon Musk. How many of y'all outside of Uncle Diggity are familiar with human brain computer interfacing? You did? You did, man. Right? Elon, I'm about to play this video for y'all, man, right now. Let me cam up real quick again, y'all. Now, I'm going to be straightforward with y'all. I cannot confirm or deny the information that this lady is divulging. What I can definitely confirm is she definitely used to work for the Musk family. She was definitely Elon's nanny for a period of time, and she also had a very close relationship with his mother, who is still alive to this day, Mae Musk. Right? Who, for to be down there 80 years old, is a pretty decent looking older white lady, man. I gotta say that. Yeah, man. This lady used to look after Elon and his brothers and sisters as their caretaker when they were children. And yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, y'all. Listen to this. Tap in, right? Now I'm gonna set the tone for y'all. This video is a video of this lady who used to be Elon Musk's basically nanny, right? For a number of years at that. And she claims in this video that Elon Musk opened up a portal to another dimension as a boy. Right? Let's go. More of us understand the battle has been for our minds now, so this will be the final battle. Exactly. I don't think folks will be that reluctant to turn on their brains or turn in their brains. I beg to differ, Uncle Diggity. Let me come up real quick again. I beg to differ. People love their gaming, and the way that this is being advertised and marketed, especially to the children, they're making it to the point to where it's so addictive and it's so controlling on the minds and psyches, especially the young people. They know that the young people, especially, but everyone else as well, they know that it's going to be real success for them to accept and even choose and want to be installed, or should I say uploaded into the smart grid, the metaverse. It's getting spooky out here, y'all. You hear me? Now listen to this video, y'all. This lady, and y'all just tell me what y'all think. Fair use, fair use.
I knew that Mae was Mae Haldeman, but I was not allowed to say that.
And Mae was Elon's mother.
Elon's mother. And
See?
I knew that Mae was Mae Haldeman, but I was not allowed to.
Haldeman is her maiden name, right? I just showed y'all her parents, and then his father's parents.
Say that.
And Mae was Elon's mother.
Elon's mother, and I was introduced to her as Light, and she was at my birth. And my mother,
weird looking lady,
putting some of this together because my
handsome ass lady.
So my mom was a hustler, you know, like J-Lo in the Hustle movie. My mom was a hustler who climbed that evil rank, but her whole life she wasn't down with plotting the end of the world. she was bad, but that's where she drew the line. She said Mae Musk was at my birth very soon there.
I want y'all to see something, because I know this is something that y'all probably have noticed if you pay attention. The former pretty boy, what it do, man? Right? Yeah, gaming is huge. I beg to differ, Uncle Diddy. I think that especially the children, they can't wait to be connected to the metaverse. Think about all these corny ass, no pussy getting niggas. They can't wait to be connected to the metaverse. Socially awkward ass bras, they'll be playing video games all day too. Right? Now I see this image right here, right? That's this lady right here. That's this lady right here. I can't remember what her name is, man. Rosemary. Right? Her name is Rosemary. You hear me? If y'all ever see a lot of these famous people taking pictures like this with their right eye covered, right? Y'all see that? You already know the former pretty boy, man. It is sad, man. More gaming channels than black channels in general. Yeah. People playing all the games online. Football, Call of Duty, basketball, 2K. Any other game you could think of. You're going to see they're going to start making video games that's specifically for virtual reality. It's the only way you can play them. Think about in the TV series on Netflix, Black Mirror. Right? If you ever see that funboy ass episode in the 3rd season called Striking Vipers. Let me show y'all a quick example of what human brain computer interfacing is. Be on the lookout for stuff like that, y'all. I'm about to pull it up real quick. We'll come back to that in a second, y'all. I want y'all to see this so y'all can see, get a good example of what human brain computer interfacing is.
Hey, man.
Hey, you still awake? You want a game?
Maybe not tonight. I was,
Oh, come on. What are you playing? Something goddamn boring is what I'm guessing.
all right. You got me.
All right, so grab the experience with this. I got you. Put it on and jump in. Seriously, man, it's insane. You're gonna freak. You're gonna shit your pelvis through your asshole.
Okay, what do I do?
All right, they showed me in the store. You put the game chip in.
Done.
Now grab the disc doohickey and stick it upside the head.
Left or right side?
Doesn't matter.
Listen, human brain computer interfacing.
Done.
Okay, now hold down the sync button on the controller.
Nothing's happening.
We haven't chosen our fighters yet. So I am lock set.
Okay.
So where's my guy? Lance.
All right, Lance, let's go.
Okay. You have to brace yourself.
Brace myself. Come on.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2,
Look.
1.
Whoa! Oh, God. Whoa. This is crazy. What the fuck?
Danny, said you gotta brace yourself.
Huh?
Crazy shit, huh?
Y'all see that?
There will be spoilers ahead for this episode.
Y'all see that? Did y'all see that? That's human brain computer interfacing. That is human brain computer interfacing. And they're going to market this through the gaming industry. You can believe that. They've already been doing research and development with this technology, right? During COVID's moment. They've been doing R&D with this technology with the military for at least, I know personally, 17 years. right? And this is going to get pushed out to the public through gaming. Now imagine being able to play Call of Duty, GTA, like that, where you're fully immersed, fully submersed into the digital construct of that video game. Think about that, y'all. That's crazy, right? Right? Human brain computer interfacing. Well, my man before. Yeah, there you already know, Uncle Diggity. Right? My man the former pretty boy say, it's horrible. You Uncle Dig, you can type in gaming and watch people play, and actually that's how YouTube was being used first when it first hit the scene in 2000. Yeah, exactly. I remember that. It was a gaming streaming tool. Then people started doing other things with it, but YouTube main root started with streaming gameplay. Something like Twitch. There was another site YouTube was competing against called Justin TV, but it fell off because a person killed themselves live and people were telling him to do it in the chat and everything. Damn. I don't remember that. That's crazy. But yeah, though, man, this technology is already here, y'all. Now let's listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this interview with this lady. Keep listening.
After at the Kaiser Hospital in San Francisco, and Mae Musk named me Rosemary. My mother on her deathbed realized that my
Mae Musk named you.
Mae Musk named me Rose Phillip, Queen Elizabeth. Please.
Yeah.
Please, the story, I'm a grown-up now, and I'm not buying it. And my brain is integrating, and praise the Lord, and I'm healing, and things are integrating. And now the memories, I remember this story doesn't line up with that.
Now, remember, did y'all pay attention to what she just said? Right? She said her memories is starting to come back. She says she's not a child anymore, and she's starting to remember. Right? Now, through compartmentalization due to trauma-based mind control, your memories can be suppressed, regressed, oppressed, digressed. You hear me? Yeah, I'm going to look into it, Deformed Pretty Boy. I think I slightly remember it. Right? And when you experience severe trauma, it can have a severe effect on your memory, specifically your long-term memory. And through trauma-based mind control, SRA, remember I told you about SRA, you can manipulate people's perception of reality through their psyche, create honeycombs or alters or altered states of a reality or awareness within one mind, right? And you can program each each individual alter. The human brain has the computing capability to literally be broken up into thousands of different alters or alternate states of awareness. And this is where we get the version of that from the Marvel universe, with all the different versions of the Earth 626, Earth 638, and all that shit, 616 and all that shit. Y'all following me now? Right? You gotta connect the dots, y'all, man. Right? And due to trauma-based mind control, through the techniques used, trauma, severe trauma. Just think of what trauma is, y'all. Just think about evil stuff like making kids kill each other. Making kids delete each other. And making the other kids watch as what happens in SRA, which stands for satanic ritualistic abuse. Exactly. So what it do is it sets in psychological firewalls. Of course they did. Trauma-based mind control can be used to create in your mind biological, psychological firewalls that prevent you from remembering these memories. You know, have you ever had an experience with missing time? Let's get back to the video.
Let me just explain that to the audience. When many children growing up in the system, and most of our audience is keen to this, but there's some new people to the channel. When you grow up in this beast system, as she calls it, or the brotherhood is the proper name, a lot of your memories, your brain is actually fractionized. They compartmentalize your brain. It's the MK Ultra is what a lot of people refer to it, but there's actually more.
Did y'all hear what I just said? See how we getting confirmation of the information? Shout out to Sinful to P. Let's keep listening.
Distinctive programming depending on the giftings of the child and the different things. So what happens to survivors who come out of this is after about 20 years of being free from it, your mind starts putting together the.
Okay.
I want to go back. So you're growing up. Your mother is a madam. You've met these people. You know about May now in retrospect. But what was it like growing up at that time? What sort of things did you see? And bring me through a little bit of progression in your age as you go on.
Okay. So I was approximately 13 years old. I was born in 1965. I was born in San Francisco, California, USA. I was approximately 13 years old, maybe 12, I think 13. Hooker's Ball, San Francisco, California. For those of you that don't know what that is, it is what it sounds like. It is an illegal, elite, giant. It's a hooker's ball. I remember that Jerry Brown was supposed to be there. Like an entourage went by. I didn't.
Former governor of California.
Former governor. No, I didn't see him. But I remember being like, oh yeah, that's Jerry. You know.
Well,
like,
we know the elites go to these things. So this would be
Linda
a ball
Ronstadt.
where they've got all the women there and the elites come in and have their way and probably do very perverted things.
Right. And this particular one was in the Civic Auditorium Center. There's many others held, and they got
the Civic Auditorium.
The Civic Auditorium, and it was a 3-level thing, and there was Meatloaf was playing. Meatloaf's a band. Let me sleep on it, baby.
Yeah.
Remember him? So Meatloaf was playing on one level. You know, whatever. They were just.
So you're there as a kid watching essentially this big orgy.
Yeah, it was a big orgy. It really was, and my mom, as bad as she was, didn't like to do cocaine in front of me. So she would ditch me and I would just, roam around with whoever they assigned me to be with. I was excited to be there. I was happy to be there. I was so happy to be off on a family event with my mother because I was sick and a kid and messed up and I didn't have the right guidelines. I mean, I knew in my heart sometimes I wanted to be a good person, but sometimes I wanted to arise to the occasion and please those people around me, So, but I always had something in my heart that told me it wasn't right.
Now, you had said, I believe in one of your videos that, you were kind of like a servant in the system. You explain that to me a little bit. How were you a servant?
Okay, so let me give a little bit of ground. So there was a movie that Brooke Shields was in. I think she was 11. She was a little girl called Pretty Baby. And she was a child growing up in a whorehouse. Well, it was kind of not exactly because my mother kept lots of houses and, our home base was our home base. So, but there was a child growing up in a whorehouse and they auctioned her off in Louisiana. And I remember my mother saw that movie and her friends and her were doing coke one night. Said, that's a great idea. The girls are getting big enough. You ought to do, and that was like, okay. And she was high as a kite and somebody was pushing her into it. Now, see, my mother, this is the part I don't understand. Okay, so I was supposed to be auctioned off at the Hooker's Ball. I was scared because one of the girls that worked for my mom, Eleanor, I have a gorgeous picture of her riding white horses in front of the pyramids saying, come, Mary, we'll find you a sheik. I was like, as a little girl, I was like, no, I'm scared. I don't want to go. But I remember somebody saying I could get chopped up. Somebody said, no, Claire, don't, they might go to somebody and, those Muslim guys, they're really rough with girls. The Zodiac killer was out. He was chopping up girls.
So let me just understand this for a second. So you're 13 years old. You're at this wonderful party, which you were looking forward to, but you were actually going to be auctioned off there. It's all the elites there. And this isn't that uncommon. And, I'm not going to make any presumptions, but considering the lifestyle your mom is leading, she probably didn't need a young teenager around to take care of. So auctioning off and getting the money, being someone who is pursuant of money, obviously having multiple houses.
That's crazy. That's crazy, deformed pretty boy.
So as a kid,
wow,
being sold off, and you're not being sold off at a young age, you're at an aware age. So did you know before you went to the ball that you were going to be sold off, or did you find out when you got there?
It fizzled out, and then it didn't happen.
Okay.
So I think my mother was being handled. And I can't remember who it was, but Thomas Richardson was in our lives, and he was, I guess, the handler.
Is that a name anyone should know?
How was it? Tom was the recruiter, I believe, for the CIA, for the hookers. I knew when I was a little girl hearing talk that Tom's parents were Nazis smuggled out of Germany. I knew that he, and everybody made fun of him, like he fell ass backwards into what he was doing. I think his parents were brought over here in Operation Paperclip.
Okay.
And Tom, like I was
but not a famous name. Okay, so let's just continue the story from where you were. Now, as a child, I want to get to the Elon stuff.
Okay.
Because and that's the first video I saw of you, and you had known him as a child. And why don't you tell about that one particular experience that you made the documentary on your site about?
All right, but let me just close something.
Sure.
It was supposed to be auctioned at the Hooker's Ball, and then all of a sudden it didn't happen, and I just went to the party, and the next thing I know, there's an arrangement and a meeting, and May comes and talks to me at a table with some other very important people. Now, it was arranged. I go be with her, but yet she asked my permission. So she was made out to be my hero because all of a sudden now I'm not getting auctioned off to a creepy guy gonna cut me up. Now I'm going to a nice white lady with a cute house. Get it? Now, you know what I mean? I felt
so you actually went to her house then?
Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't live with her.
She was a neighbor?
It's weird. They said everything was staged because I look back now and go, that doesn't make any sense. So my aunt, one of my real blood aunties, lost her butt in Europe. They went and blew all their money in Europe for a couple years and came back broke. Everybody was mad at them because they blew a lot of money. And all of a sudden she's friends with May Musk and gets a new house, a cute little house right across the street. Well, May didn't live there yet. To me, the thing is, but I was like, okay, a special little gift from Imelda. I go, oh, your kids? Because I thought I was going to watch everybody's kids together, a big pile, because sometimes people dumped all the children on me at one time, and that's how I ended up being a nanny. I play guitar and love them. So she said, no, this kid's special. He's coming from Africa. I thought he was going to be a little black retarded kid, excuse me, but I was like, okay, a special little kid from Africa.
Well, this is in that time, those are, yes.
Sorry, that's a language. We were so politically incorrect.
But look, I grew up in Compton in the early 70s, so I can relate.
So they asked me if I will, and then May comes, and it was a big deal. living with a coked out mother, my hygiene wasn't great, and I
tap in and walk with us, y'all. We getting exclusive stuff. This is ill, y'all. This about to trip y'all out right here. What this lady about to say, man.
Not cared for. I was hungry. I am. It may be in a Playboy mansion, but there wasn't a door on the bathroom. So, who wants to go in there and take a shower? You know what I mean? So all of a sudden I was in a cute little place and my aunt cleaned me up and got me some pretty clothes that weren't hooker hand-me-downs, Fredericks of Hollywood. Now it's normal, but it wasn't normal then to look like that. And I, and me at the table. She said, and that's the first time I met Elon. And I'd like to tell you something that happened that day. I've never told anybody, okay? The first time I met Elon. So May and I, we met at the table, and she asked my permission, which I always think is part of them getting me in bondage, because I agreed. Even though I was a child, even though I was procured, I agreed.
They always ask me.
Do they?
Crazy, the form pretty boy, man.
So that's different. I remember that coming to them. So the first time I met him, and then they sent me off to hang out with him, and he was in my aunt's house. And then I go off with the little boy and the women, and I call him, I can't tell you what I call him, actually, there's a cuss word in it. But I go off with the little boy, and we're playing, and he's skipping around like little guys do. He was tiny as a 2-year-old, tiny. He's skipping around doing little skips like when a deer's born, little kids skip and do little things. And he came over to the window, and he was looking at something out the window, and the sun was coming in the window. And I got down on my hands and knees, and he was trying to say something to me. I was like, what do you see, honey? What do you, I thought it was a bug or in the window or something, a bug, or he's pointing. And I got right down there with him. His eyes were black. His eyes were black. Black. And I was like, that's not normal. Like for a minute, they turned black. And I remember that fear in your soul. And I was like, that's not normal. Out the window, and the sun was coming in the window. And I got down on my hands and knees, and he was trying to say something to me. I was like, what do you see, honey? What do you, I thought it was a bug or in the window or something, a bug was pointing. And I got right down there with him. His eyes were black. His eyes were black. Black.
Have y'all heard of the black-eyed children or black-eyed people? Huh? Y'all heard about that? Any of y'all? Y'all heard about that? You have the foreign pretty boy? My man DPB, of course he's from about right. Of course he up on game. I suggest y'all do some research into this, man. Right? I strongly suggest that y'all do some research into this. You hear me? The black-eyed people. Okay. You said one of your clients is an embryologist? Ah, interesting. Right? Y'all do your researching enough. This stuff is real creepy and spooky, man. Very demonic. I'm going to tell you why. Now, depending on what your blood type is, mind you, we all have a R complex, right? Y'all heard me break this down to y'all numerous times, but I don't mind doing it, right? Especially when it fits what we're talking about, right? The context of what we're talking about. You know what I'm talking about? And, a lot of people who have certain type of DNA, Rh negative, Rh positive blood type, especially. You hear me? The reason why I brought up is all having the R complex is because this is what syncs and links us energetically into the hive mind of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. And the black-eyed children, especially, and black-eyed people as well, these were people who were known to have high concentration of Rh negative blood types, which means that they have direct blood descendancy from Lucifer, Satan, the devil himself. And when you see these people with these black eyes, or children with the black eyes, what you're seeing is the darkness of that which is not possessing them, right? But being used as a conduit, right? To be able to look into this reality, right? And when you look into these black-eyed children or black-eyed people's eyes, what you're doing is you're being synced and linked because you're looking into their world, their reality, right? And darkness was beyond the face of the deep. Right? Yeah, I would too if I knew an embryologist. I'd pick in their brain too. When I was messing with that chick, I told you was a nurse at the goddamn OBGYN telling me about them girl bad coochie, man. I used to pick her brain. That's why I know so much about female anatomy, especially the vag area. Our girls better start taking care of y'all coochie, man. But yeah, that's the black-eyed people for. I just wanted to touch on that real quick, y'all. Y'all feel me? Let's get back to the video.
And I was like, that's not normal. Like for a minute, they turned black. And I remember that fear in your soul and bones. So I remember that, and I never told anybody that happened.
Wow. It's funny, we've been seeing, the acting Theodotus with black eyes and stuff like that, like the pupils looking black. People are starting to catch on to these things. The eyes are the windows to the soul.
And they weren't always black.
Now pay attention. So if the eyes are the windows to the soul, and when you look into these people who call themselves the black eye, or who are known as the black eye people, what does that say about what the eyes is then? If the eyes is the seat of the soul or whatever, what does that say about the soul of these people? Yeah, I told you it's an easy process, deformed pretty boy. I told you when you think about the actual science of cloning somebody, it's quite simple when you have an over and out understanding of what cloning actually is. Now, it's the difference between cloning and reanimating. What y'all know about the two? They ain't the same thing. You did? Okay, what's the number one for? Oh, I'll probably say put in the one in the chat for something. I don't slipped there and forgot. We're about to listen to some more of this video. Listen, y'all.
Black, but they were black when they should have not been black. The sun was coming in the window. And my first clue. So now I did, you know, I asked Jesus in my heart when I was 5 years old once. A babysitter led me in a little prayer. But, you know, but I didn't even know the word blasphemy, but I could feel something going on sometimes with them. Like I was already afraid. My aunt told me, don't piss them off, please them, do anything they say.
But you just said something really interesting, which brings a whole new light, and I use that word advisedly, to this story. You said these little prayers, and they might not have meant much to you at that time, but you actually said prayers to God beforehand. So it sounds to me like his hand of protection has been on you, although you were exposed to a lot of stuff. Look, you didn't get auctioned off, you didn't get that, you know. You started to get better clothes, like, you know, and things started happening. And
I'm already hip to form, pretty boy. That's Silicon Valley out that area.
It sounds like the hand of protection was upon you.
It was. God was, huh? He always had me in.
That's why they burnt paradise down.
It was going to be okay. I mean, he told us it was going to be okay. He told us, fear not. Like Tiffany told me 365 times or something. Why didn't I believe him? Because I was so afraid my whole life, and now telling the truth, excuse me, but I have a little less fear. You know, I feel better than I've ever felt on that fear level. It's almost gone. When I should be panicking, like worried about a drone hitting me in the brain in a minute. Jesus, the faith and the fear level have flipped. So she asked me, now this is a trip too, the permission thing. So then May, who called herself Light, and I never called her May to her face. Never. I never called her Light, only Light. And like, I wouldn't live to see the next day if I ever did that. Like, do not, under penalty, do not ever say her real name. And I wasn't supposed to know her real name because she was in the Helter Skelter book. My aunt had a copy, and there were plenty of copies at thrift stores for 10, 20 years, and now they're not there.
So she was actually mentioned, she was the May in Charles Manson's book.
Yes, but you can't find that book. It's been wrong sometimes. I get it. I'm socially awkward. The prisons. And I said, why is she doing that? And they said, she's creating prisoner armies, which is not something I could ever fit in a sentence in my life. And I said, why is she doing that? And they said, she's buying future chaos, creating prisoner armies. And
that seems to be playing out right now.
Right. And the lady
California.
And the lady that's telling me all this, she is the grandmother of the Santeria. And now, and she's the mother of the prisoner armies. And so now we're what, 3-4 generations, we're a few generations into those prisoner, they're having babies on the system.
Did y'all hear what she just said? Yeah, that's crazy. I told y'all the smart grid is here. Did y'all hear? Let me run this back what this lady just said, though, man. Did y'all catch what she just said?
Prisoner armies. And
that seems to be playing out right now.
Right. And the lady
California.
and the lady that's telling me all this, she is the grandmother of the Santeria. And now, and she's the mother of the prisoner armies. And so now we're what, 3-4 generations, we're a few generations into those prisoner, they're having babies on the system. They're having they got the prisoner, the shot callers in the prison. They go out, they run the drugs. So I saw a Rogan show where he talked about the Charlie Manson CIA connection. And now I realize there's documentation. So this is panning out.
Let's go back to that time when you were babysitting him and tell me what happened there.
Okay, I got to get a battery. I was babysitting him, and they had a lot of ancient artifacts and stuff. He didn't have any normal tools.
Hey, y'all, listen. Pay attention to this story this lady about to tell. Pay attention. Let's go.
And he got into his mother's trunk. Okay, I gotta get a battery. I was babysitting him, and they had a lot of ancient artifacts and stuff. He didn't have any normal toys. And he got into his mother's trunk. I always called it her African trunk because she told me she's from Africa. And there was these little rock statues in there, like little, action figures. And he would set him up in a certain way, like a little Stonehenge on his bed, and his room was dark. It's always dark in there. And even though his room faced the street, it was like a blackout curtain on that side. So he couldn't see out, and I was the house almost across the street. And he set him up in a certain way. And when a little kid's sneaking and you still see that they're sneaking and they're trying to be sneaky and you think it's cute. You know what I mean? They're trying to hide something, but you know they can't. It's kind of being like that happy, but it was wicked. And he said, "Call me Moon." I said, "Moon, come play with my friends." He's so excited. And I knew something weird was going on in there. And there was wind and energy. And I peeked in the door. I was scared, man. I peeked in the door and something was wrong in there. And it was like there was something happening. I don't know the language to describe it, but
And how old would he be at this point in time?
By the record, he would be 7 or 8. But he was
7 or 8.
8-year-old, like a baby that just learned how to walk. So later I would wonder and doubt myself, is he one of his grandfather's lab experiments?
Now, did you hear what she said? She said it was one of his grandfather's lab experiments. Now, remember who his grandfather is now, right? Remember who his grandpops is, man, and his pops. Yeah, y'all ain't never heard this before, have y'all? Oh, you said when I asked about the black-eyed kids. All right, Cupcake. Now listen to this lady's story.
I asked my aunt. She's like, I don't know.
Did you hear what she just said, y'all? I'm gonna run it back.
I peeked in the door and something was wrong in there, and it was like there was something happening. I don't know the language to describe it, but
what she was describing is a portal. What she was describing or attempting to describe is she saw Elon Musk creating, right? The way he set these artifacts. Remember she said he didn't have regular toys. Elon didn't have regular toys. His family is bloodline, like I told y'all, through his father and grandfather, and his mother's side as well, right? Elon wasn't playing with regular toys. He was playing with African artifacts. Like she said, like little stone figurines. And Elon Musk would break into his mom's chest and get these things because they were his toys. And he know how to set them up. He had figured out, or was he told, to set them up in a certain way. And when he set them up in a certain way, they created an energetic field that created a portal. This is what she saw. Tap in and let's keep listening.
How old would he be at this point in time?
by the record he would be 7 or 8. But he was
7 or 8.
8-year-old, like a baby that just learned how to walk. Like, so later I would wonder and doubt myself, is he one of his grandfather's lab experiments? You know, because I go, is he human? I asked my aunt, she's like, I don't know.
Is he human?
Illuminati. Okay, he opened up something, a portal, a Stargate, whatever, but he was excited and he was jumping up and down.
So
And
he was able to open up a Stargate in his room.
whatever you want to call it, it was a different
Yeah, a portal. Well, portal would be the actual name.
And I've been so embarrassed to say it out loud that everybody would laugh at me or lock me up. You know, I only told my aunt.
So tell me what happened. Something's not right. Something's scary in that room. Describe what you see and what happens.
I went to the edge of the doorway and I peeked in there and I was afraid just to peek. And there was something happening in there, like a sci-fi movie. And there was something, he set him up like a little Stonehenge on his bed. And he was tiny, like I told you, so tiny. And he was jumping up and down and he was saying, Moon, come play with my friends. Okay. That right there says he knew exactly what he was doing. It wasn't like he accidentally opened a portal and didn't know what he had friends. So I peeked in there and I was so scared. I'm embarrassed to tell this. It's so ridiculously weird. And he was being lifted and he was starting to go. He was being lifted and like he was being lifted and was being sucked in. I know this sounds ridiculous, but my aunt told me don't let nothing happen to that effing little kid. And normally I would never let anything happen to a child that was watching. I would run between them in a pit bull. And I said, the way she said it, I said, why? And she goes, he's going to rule the world someday. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Why? And she said, don't you know nothing? They're the Illuminati. She would always do that to me. But she'd say, don't let nothing happen to him. He's going to rule the world someday. And I was like, that kid? You know, so I grabbed his little arm and I got sucked in. I got sucked into, it's like we went up and then we went down. And it was dark in there, but it was glowing. And I can only tell you that when I remember my peripheral vision because I was afraid to look at it because when you're a little kid, you look at the cartoons and there's a bad boogeyman in the Scooby-Doo and you see its glowing eyes. It's like, don't look at his eyes, he'll get you. And I remember that whole, if you don't.
Exactly, the form pretty boy.
And I was being sucked in and sucked down and I had his little arm. And it was weird because like there was no bottom. And there were these creatures in there and they were giant and they were semi-shaped like humans. They were glorious. They weren't like Smeagol's or any creepy little demon dudes. They were like beautiful, ancient creatures that moved in a different time. And they were giant. And like they had a different head. Like there was a bird head and like a cat head and a jackal head. And I would compare them because I'm not super educated to like Egyptian type of things, to the types of things they had, you know, little artifacts of. I'm not from that region, but
well, this also describes angels and devils in the book of Revelation. You know, with multiple heads, different animals pointing different ways. You know,
yeah, the angels have many faces.
We're the guards of the gates of the Garden of Eden, right?
Yeah.
Even alone, like that's what sounds like what you're describing.
And they were beautiful, but terrifying. They weren't on my side. I'm on Team Jesus, and but I was told not to say that name over there. And
well, of course not, because they would flee.
My aunt told me never to say that name over there. They don't want to hear Jack Black about your Jesus. And I said, because I remember when I got saved, I wanted to go save everybody. And she's like, don't you say that name over there. She said,
okay, well, let's finish the story, and then I want to go to your conversion and how you got saved.
Okay. So we're coming down in there. One of them grabbed me by the throat. And I closed my eyes, and I had him. And I was tiny, like a little rag doll compared to it. And it was holding me up like that. And I cried out. I felt like I couldn't talk. And I cried out, Jesus, save me. And it stopped.
Exactly, Uncle Diggity.
We flew back. And we flew out of there. And I still had him. Had his little arm. And we flew back and we rolled out of his room and out of the hallway and into the living room. And I like, if you've ever fallen off a merry-go-round and you woo, and you just like stop yourself, you know. And I stopped and we like grabbed the ground. And I was like, I just felt dizzy. And I looked up at him and he looked up at me and we're like on the ground, like we're looking at a bug. And he looked up at me and he goes, Moon, why you don't like my friends? And I was looking at him Like, what the hell do I say? Excuse me. I was like,
That's probably appropriate considering what you saw.
my friends, and I said, well, it's scary in your room, Elon. It's dark. Well, they started calling him Elon later. They switched his name. And I remember the difference. So he tried to feed me to his friends, and he knew exactly what he was doing because he called me to come play with his friends. Those things and that. And I said Revelation 10, but I think it's Revelation 9. But I think maybe he's the demon from the Apollo from Revelation 10. I think maybe he's a clone.
Well,
He's
we
not.
don't know. We don't know. But eventually things will be made clear on that.
I don't want to be railing accusations.
There's no doubt that he has an important part to play in.
Right? Tap in and walk with us, man. Hit that like button, man. Click on the bell. Subscribe to the page. See, I told you we're going to get spooky. It gets spooky, man. It gets spooky. Right? Now, look at what Elon's doing nowadays. You hear me? And I told y'all to look into who his father and grandfather is. His grandfather was a pioneering scientist, engineer into what was known as technocracy. Right? And this is why I don't trust Elon Musk. He's not who he say he is, or he's not who he portrays himself to be. All right? You think he's Tony Stark. And if y'all think about the Avengers movies, think about they had the Power Stone, or should I say the Tesseract. And they was Loki was using it to open up a portal so the Chitauri, or the Chitauri, they was called in the Marvel movie, could enter into this reality. And the Chitauri was basically a mercenary army for hire that Thanos hired to go test and see how strong the heroes of Earth actually are. Think about what's going on over there at Skern. Exactly, y'all. Exactly, Uncle Diggity. Now look at what Elon is doing, y'all. I told y'all he got that company called Neuralink. He's created and developing technology, human brain computer interfacing, neural lace or neural mesh. He already owns Tesla. Elon's grandfather, right? Elon's grandfather got hold of Nikola Tesla's research through his connections through Project Paperclip, right? His father and grandfather were members of the South African branch of many organizations, man. Y'all hear me, man? So it's no mystery that Elon Musk had the potential and capabilities to open up portals, which is what he's doing now with human brain computer interfacing. Through human brain computer interfacing via neural lace or neural mesh, this will sync and link the human brain, the human mind, to that of LSD, Lucifer, Satan, the devil. And this is why I don't trust Elon Musk. Right? He's not who he portrays himself to be. And mark my words, we gonna see. Watch what I'm telling y'all with this boy Elon, man. I do not trust Elon Musk at all. I know who he is. And when I seen this video, this pretty much confirmed everything I pretty much already knew about Elon. Especially when I found out who his father and grandfather was on his mom and his dad's side. You did. Yeah, y'all, man. My man, the Four Pretty Boy, said it's no coincidence, man. I know it ain't, huh? It's no coincidence that the Mayan pyramids and Egyptians line up the way they do. It's not. It's not, y'all. Look, y'all remember when I showed y'all the map of the morphic grid, the morphic field? What we have been told are lines of longitude and latitude. They're really called ley lines or dragon lines on the morphic field, the morphic grid, which is the fallen state of the Earth magnetic field. You hear me? We have the Earth's magnetic field. We have a magnetic field, right? But the fallen state of the Earth's magnetic field is the morphic field. Remember when I told y'all everything that the Most High created in perfect balance and harmony, LSD has to invert. And as a result of the fall, his fall, the hack, the Earth's magnetic field became the morphic field. Right? Right? Every time y'all come tap in with me, I'm going to teach and y'all going to learn something, man. We're going to connect big dots. This is why I don't trust Elon Musk. This is why I don't trust this guy. I know who his peoples is, what they were involved with. His family was involved with the Third Reich, funded by people like the Oppenheimers and the Rothschilds. Do your due diligence and connect the dots, like I say, to seemingly unrelated people, places, events, situations, organizations. And you got to connect the dots. And this is what we do over here at A Real Talk Podcast. We connect the dots on those seemingly unrelated people, places, events, situations, organizations. So you can get a clearer picture of what's going on. And this is exactly why I don't trust Elon Musk. I've been following him since they built Tesla here. I follow him on all social media platforms. Better watch this, fool. I'm telling you, I've been watching it. Yeah, I've been watching him too. I've been watching him for a long time. A long time. You hear me? And this is why I don't trust Elon Musk. Right? Like I said, y'all, man, we got to be able to look at these people, man, and break them down, man. And make sure they are who they say they are. And the way we do that is we have to do our due diligence and look into who these people are. And how do you do that? You find out who their fathers are, their mothers, their grandmothers, grandfathers. You have to do a process of elimination, deductive reasoning, critical thinking, right? Thank y'all for coming out tonight, man. We ain't going to drag this joint out too long. You hear me? Tap in with me and L tomorrow. We're going to be discussing on my phone. Let me get my phone real quick. Right? Oh, damn, I didn't realize my nigga called me. Damn. That's why I need to have my phone. Yeah, tomorrow night, me and L gonna be chopping it up, right? Tomorrow, me and my brother L gonna be chopping it up about does Western feminine culture, thought culture, corrupt foreign traditional culture? That's what me and L gonna be chopping it up about tomorrow. Yeah, his line is actually it goes back a little bit farther than that. The form Pretty Boy. You can trace Elon Musk bloodline back to the Sanhedrin Council. You hear me? He's a distant cousin of the Rothschild family, right? On his grandfather's mother's side, right? And it's very easy to trace and track. There go that words, trace and track and trace, right? Yeah, man. You know, and this is why I don't trust Elon Musk. This is why I don't trust Elon Musk, right? He parades around the world as if he's trying to help, when in all actuality, a big, huge part of the machine, right? He's creating a technology that's going to sync and link us and forever lock us into the hive mind collective of the distorted, imbalanced awareness entities, Lucifer, Satan, the devil, and his minions, right? Through the unintelligent artificial intelligence. What are you saying, Virg? I'm saying that the metaverse smart grid is the digital holographic electronic expression, right, of the hive mind collective of Lucifer, Satan, the devil, in his threefold paradigm, Lucifer, Satan, the devil, right? And once we get synced and linked through human brain computer interfacing to that hive mind collective, right, through human brain computer facing and the metaverse, we will be forever locked in to the frequency thereof, right? So with that being said, the metaverse smart grid is the electronic holographic, right, digital representation of the reprobate mind. Right? Now think about this whole thing with the metaverse. You got Zuckerberg over there at Facebook Meta. He's bought out Oculus, the virtual reality, right? You got Elon Musk with Neuralink, with his human brain computer interfacing neural mesh, neural lace, right? You got Gates, Bezos, Musk, amongst others, Jeffrey Epstein, right? A guy who very few people know about named Jeffrey Morgan Steibel, who was Kobe Bryant's business partner. If you were to look up Kobe Bryant's net worth, a guy by the name of Jeffrey Morgan Steibel is going to pop up. Right? Y'all ain't know Kobe was involved in this, did y'all? You hear me? I said Kobe is involved in this. Huh? Rest in the essence to our brother Kobe. He was way in over his head with what he was involved with. And by the time he realized the depth of what he was involved with, rest in the essence to him. Now, let me tell you this, deformed pretty boy, right? And they do this on purpose, these bloodline families. Everybody with the last name Rothschild isn't necessarily a Rothschild, right? But I will say this, depending on what they do, what area of business they're in, they may possibly very well much be a Rothschild. Right? If they're into finance, right? If they're into any type of engineering, electrical, mechanical, societal, you hear me? It's definitely levels, right? They're all related through blood. You hear me? So this is why I don't trust Elon Musk, y'all. You hear me? I know a lot of people see the title to that show and they thinking like, oh, with this nigga Virgil. Nah, it's the reason why I say that. And this is the reason why. So y'all go do y'all's due diligence, man. You hear me? Connect the dots. How y'all like tonight's show, man? Did y'all learn something y'all ain't never heard before tonight, man? Put a one in the chat if you heard something that you never learned. Did you learn something you never heard before tonight? Right? I said put a one in the chat if you learned something you never heard before tonight, man. Consider what you may have thought about this Elon Musk character. Because according to Rosemary, he been opening up portals since he been 6. Y'all ain't know that Musk is involved with what's going on over there at Skyrn? The brain gate is a big, huge part of what's going on over there at Skyrn. Right? I said put a 1 in the chat if you heard something, if you learned something you never heard before tonight, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. We about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure having y'all in the building tonight. Tomorrow, me and my brother L going in. You hear me? Does Western feminine culture, thought culture, corrupt foreign traditional culture? We're going to get to it tomorrow night. Tap in and walk with me and my brother L. Hit that like button on y'all's way out. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You know what I'm talking about? It's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to get to it tomorrow night for sure. You hear me? Definitely going to get to it tomorrow night. And we hope you all tap in and walk with us, man. Hit that like button on the way out. Click on the bell. Subscribe to the page. Share it on your social engineering. Tell all your friends to come and tap in with us. You understand what I'm saying? Tell your friends to come tap in and walk with us, man. Tell them to subscribe to the page. You understand what I'm saying, man? Tell them to come on in and walk with us, man. You dig me, man? Yeah, y'all hit that like button, man. We're going to ride out to this song right here from my man Narcissus the Sick album, right? I'm gonna go ahead and play this song right here, man, because this is in the mood that I'm feeling in right now. Because whenever I think about this Elon Musk character, man, you know what I'm saying? You said he is, though. He a dummy, though. Everyone got family, man. That's what's up, the foreign pretty boy, man. Y'all hit that like button on y'all's way out, man. Tap in. I think my man Red, matter of fact, I think Red is live right now. Y'all go tap in with my brother Red Supreme TV1. I guess he got old girl Sansaray on there talking something. I'm about to tap in and walk with him myself, man. Y'all have a good evening tonight, man. Tap in with us tomorrow. Me and King Els is definitely going in. We're going to be discussing this Western feminine thought culture, corrupt foreign traditional culture. You hear me? Y'all tap in and make sure y'all walk with us tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. We going in. Appreciate everybody for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Tell everybody else to do the same. We're going to ride out, man. Y'all have a good evening. That ain't what I wanted to play. Hold on. Here we go right here, y'all. Let's go.
That's not necessary.
I've got grit in it.
Yeah, hey. Sing.
Hi, Cinderheart.
Hey. We be winning 100 figures plus a couple commas. City slickers, how you figure that my math a problem? My view's bigger still, quicker still about the drama. Give it back, please flicker, now you in some trauma. We be winning 100 figures plus a couple commas. City slickers, how you figure that my math a problem? My view's bigger still, quicker still about the drama. Give it back, please flicker, now you in some trauma. Sick with it, kid, come see me for benefits. Oh, you think you seen her dry? Wait till recession hit. Some aggressive shit. Knows who you messing with. Take your stomach out, then what you digesting with. Sick walk, sick flow like I'm possessed with it. Front door, back porch, how I'm addressing it. Heard you really like my style, now you impressed with it. You was talking hella shit, now you confessing it. Sick regiment, I know it's some impressive shit. Prejudice, only paper with the president. Well, my penmanship is fire at the fingertips. I'm still fly, I can't find this landing strip. E&E, education come with fellowship. Everything good with the pen, check the manuscripts. And our residents skipping our internship. Watch me doctor up the flow. Check the membership. We be winning 100 figures plus a couple commas. City slickers, how you figure that my math a problem? My view bigger still, quicker still about the drama. Give it back, flee flicker, now you in some trauma. We be winning 100 figures plus a couple commas. City slickers, how you figure that my math a problem? My view bigger still, quicker still about the drama. Give it back, flee flicker, now you in some trauma. Pajama slippers and a split, I'm just getting comfy. When it come to dropping hits, I get kinda clumsy. Another show, sick flow, mic is getting rusty. D&E, fan thick like a board of trustees. 3-piece, double press with the matching cufflink. Got a rack, she got a rack, hers is kinda busty. Next move, who your king? Make them bow to me. Weak with no backbone, it's how you sound to me. Why you think your head bobbing? Stop doubting me. Better join the movement when the crowd surrounding me. Dumbfounded beat, I think I got some room to eat. Throw some wood to the fire to increase the heat. Now you in some trauma, Dutch master, guinea bombers. Fake team going great with some marijuana. Man, I know moms and pops so proud of me. Calculations broke, man, they always can count on me. We be winning 100 figures plus a couple commas. City slickers, how you figure that my math a problem? My view bigger still, quicker still about the drama. Give it back, flee flicker, now you in some trauma. We be winning 100 figures plus a couple commas. City slickers, how you figure that my math a problem? My view bigger still, quicker still about the drama. Give it back, flee flicker, now you in some trauma.
Sick told me I can kill them, so I'm building coffins. Fire flow designer clothes, you know I do this often. Pick your poison, I'm a shooter, ain't no time for talking. The gas I blow is really strong, that's why I'm usually coughing. My bitch is bad and life is good, man, I don't see no problem. My swag is up, I piss them off, now that's a bladder problem. I speak the truth in every bar just like I'm Beanie Siegel. Don't fuck with fakes, that shit is law just like a paralegal. Been through your set like them niggas with the frozen eagle. Pop off and let a couple rockets like I'm in Toledo. Don't test me ever, multiple choice, I'll leave them guessing. Slow singing, flower bring it, man get the reference. CBS the way I keep an eye on these niggas. Cause niggas hating, that's a fact, so I just stack them fingers. Notion glitch, I promise you niggas don't want the drama. But it's up to you, you can deal with the drama.
We be winning 100 figures plus a couple commas. City slickers, how you figure that my math a problem? My views bigger, still quicker, still about the drama. Give it back, please flicker, now you in some trauma. We be winning 100 figures plus a couple commas. City slickers, how you figure that my math a problem? My views bigger, still quicker, still about the drama. Give it back, please flicker, now you in some trauma.